This is tough. So even with all the news that's going on with this terrible, sad, tragic Charlie Kirk assassination, we're hearing there's some FBI breakthroughs in finding the shooter during this assassination. Now, there was so much confusion and so much mess going on when this news first broke, which is why there is a good way to break news. I don't like just making news just to make the video and get the most likes and views, because I want to make sure I wait until we have rock solid good information. Now that we're starting to hear from the FBI, we're starting to hear from local law enforcement. We somewhat know what's going on. So initially, when the shooting happened, I'm going to play a video for you guys of this. Do not worry, it is not one of the graphic videos. So we're not going to do that today. YouTube's already mad at me for what we posted with Irina. But anyway, so what happened with Charlie Kirk? The assassination took place. They initially arrested one guy. They arrested him. They had more conversation with him. Turned out he wasn't the shooter. Then they arrested somebody else. They found someone who was nearby in their car, thought it was him. Turned out that wasn't the shooter. Then they had another person, interrogated them, wasn't the shooter. And now it's seeming like the shooter is still at large, which is very sad. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys, if you don't know what happened and you come here for your news, well, I've got you covered. We are going to look at what happened during this event where Charlie Kirk was speaking at a college in Utah. Charlie Kirk, in case you didn't know, he is a conservative activist. So he has very strong conservative views. He's been on YouTube for a long time. You've probably seen some of his videos, didn't realize it was him. And he has debates and he goes back and forth with people about issues in the culture and in our country specifically. He had a very strong stance on gun laws, which is something that's been said and been brought up in the media, especially considering the assassination. We're not going to get into that here. All right. So something to keep in mind as we go forward. So this is what happened. He's speaking at a college in Utah. And right as someone comes up to the microphone to have a back and forth with him, a conversation, this is what happens. Check this out. And shout out to Amy for posting this so we can use it here and y'all can see it on her channel as well.
In America over the last 10 years.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
So you can see he answers the question. He immediately gets shot and falls over in his chair. He's taken to the ground by his security to try and protect him from any possible other shots. And then they quickly remove him from the scene. As you can see. Now, unfortunately, as we know, several hours, not many hours, I think it was less than 3 hours after this happened, Charlie Kirk was taken to the hospital. He was in critical condition for however much time he had left, and then he sadly passed away. Now, they're still trying to find the shooter. As I mentioned before, there is some video leading up to that shows what may be the shooter. We're still waiting to hear more information on this, but we do have some breaking news. And thanks to Anjanette Levy over at Law and Crime, she posted this photo. And according to the FBI, this is a photo of the suspect. Now, you're probably wondering, how did they see the suspect? Where was the suspect? Who saw the suspect? There's been a couple of videos that are circulating showing what appears to be a suspect on the roof of a building about 200 yards away from where Charlie Kirk was shot. And check this out. This is actually footage from someone who saw a person up on the roof walking around before Charlie Kirk was shot.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying?
Huh.
He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in, and now he's right there.
And they're saying they saw the person do this.
Getting right up.
Which is crazy. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to get into this press conference that the FBI just recently had and see what they're saying about this alleged shooter.
Of an individual within this country.
sad, man.
Just to recap yesterday's events, at around 12:20 p.m.,
I don't know why they didn't alert the police.
political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed. Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family. Yesterday,
I'm gonna change the quality on this. Give me a second, guys.
Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats. We asked the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that. I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock, all day yesterday, through the night last night. Investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and many others. Those are just a few of the people that we have involved in this. I'd like to thank all of them for their strong work. Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter. Starting at 11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and
technology is amazing.
Worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time.
Oh, come on, guys.
Some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our
just push it
right
anyway.
Now, and we would like to move forward in a manner that keeps everyone safe and moves this process appropriately. Last night I communicated with Erica. The family's devastated.
Yeah, no
As
kidding.
Commissioner of Public Safety, as a father, as a husband, I can only imagine what that family's going through. The heinous event that happened yesterday is not Utah. This is not what we're known for. Over the past several weeks, we've seen this state come together to help families in mourning, come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of character, of service, of camaraderie, of a neighboring feel. We will not stand for what happened yesterday. We are exhausting every lead. We have every officer invested in this, every investigator, every local agency. The outpouring of support from the law enforcement community has been astounding. We are investing everything we have into this, and we will catch this individual. Having walked through the crime scene, through the hallways of this school, through the classrooms, I can't imagine what the people on scene felt as well. A horrific event where some of them barricaded in classrooms, some of them ran in fear.
Sad, man.
Can't overstate the tragedy and the horrific event that yesterday was, and how we will work to bring to justice the actions of one individual or any other individuals that assisted in that. Our state has gone through a lot, and we will come out successful. With that, I'll turn the time over to Special Agent Bowles. Charge.
Good morning. My name
Here's
is
the
Robert
FBI
Rolls,
agent.
and I am the special agent in charge of the Salt Lake field office. Following yesterday's tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk, FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until we find the person that has committed this heinous crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle. That rifle was recovered in a wooded area
So they know the
where
weapon.
the shooter had fled.
Wow.
So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon. Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis. Now, I understand there are a lot of questions about motive. I assure you that all leads, tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that.
Good job,
The
guys.
FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation. The FBI's mission is to protect the American people.
Me either.
It's to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Any attack on the First Amendment is an attack on the very foundation of our democracy. That is why we will relentlessly pursue this case and the shooter until we find him. We also continue to grieve with the family and the community. It's our community. If you have
Very
any
evil.
video or images from the shooting, we ask you to please submit them to our digital media tip website at www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley Shooting. You can also call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. We truly rely on the public's help in these types of cases, and no tip is too small or insignificant. Thank you.
Wow.
Their movements, their demeanor. Do you think it's a man? And also, can I ask, what are the security arrangements in place? Is that movement being monitored? It's a question many people will have.
Absolutely. So what I'll release about the suspect is suspect blended in well with a college institution. We're not releasing many details right now, and we will soon. But right now we're not. But that individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual. If we're unsuccessful in identifying them immediately, we will reach out for the public's help and the media's help in pushing those photos. That was a new development overnight, working through the night, studying those cameras. So that's something that's new and that we're working through right now. As far as the security, I cannot speak to that. Neither the Department of Public Safety nor the Federal Bureau of Investigation was involved in the planning or security of this event, and that'll have to be a question later for other agencies.
Find this man, yo. Dang.
You mentioned that you found the gun in a wooded area. Do you believe that the suspect could be hiding in the woods? And is that suspect possibly still in this area?
So that's a good question, and it's a question that goes to the safety of the community, right? No, not in those woods. We've walked through those woods and secured it. As to the community, I can tell you that this was a targeted event. We don't believe that the community is at risk. However, we are exhausting every resource to find him, and we will do so.
Special Agent Bowles, Dennis Company with the BBC. From the images you have, can you see clearly the suspect's face? You say he's college age. Do you believe he was from this university?
Obviously, the FBI has information we don't know yet.
So I can't comment specifically on his face or any details such as that, as it's continuing to be a part of the investigation, and again, we'll release that shortly. However, we're doing everything we can to find him, and we're not sure how far he has gone yet, but we will
But
do
you
our
have a
best.
clear image of his face?
We have images of the suspect.
Did you trace the gun's owner?
that you've been able to recover, do you believe you know this person is the person that you're looking for?
Again, as part of the investigation, we're not releasing any details such as that right now.
Fingerprints or DNA?
We are exhausting all of our resources to be able to collect those, but that's, again, part of the investigation.
Have you been able to trace back the owner of the gun?
Excuse me?
You said you found the weapon. Have you been able to trace back the owner of that weapon or who purchased it?
We are working on that, but again, part of the investigation that I can't release.
Wow.
Not at all. We've got complete and total support from everyone, from the director on down, and it's been an
Hopefully they
incredible
release more
supportive,
information soon.
environment, so far. All I can say is that we're working the investigation the best we have with the environment we're given. So,
Those
thank
are all
you.
the questions for right now. Thank you, everybody.
Seems like the FBI's out there putting in work. Very, very sad situation. I haven't followed Charlie Kirk like that, but from what I've seen from him, it seemed like many of the conversations he had were in good faith. And even if he disagreed, even if things got heated, this man was still creating and having making a place available for people to have conversations. A lot of like what we do here, which is interesting and sad to see. Prayers go out to his family. Prayers go out to his wife, his kids. His kids were so young. And there's nothing about this that is okay. And there's a lot of people celebrating this because they disagree with what this man said. It's hard to see. Very, very sad to see as well. And I agree. No, I don't think he definitely didn't deserve this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments in the chat.